Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for taking a few moments with me here. I appreciate you joining me. If you will, like, share, comment on the post, and then you can follow along in the book of Genesis, chapter 18, and we will begin in verse number 30 today. Verse number 30. And Abraham speaks again. He said, "Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak. Suppose 30 are found there." He answered, "I will not do it if I find 30. He said, "Behold, I have undertaken to speak to the Lord. Suppose 20 are found there." He answered, "For the sake of 20, I will not destroy it." Then he said, "Oh, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak again, but this once. Suppose 10 are found there." And he answered, "For the sake of 10, I will not destroy it." And the Lord went his way when he had finished speaking to Abraham, and Abraham returned to his place. We learned a great lesson about prayer and persistence in prayer, being an intercessor, praying for others, demonstrating concern and compassion for others, but commitment. Great picture here as we see Abraham and God having this conversation, and Abraham continuing. He goes back to God now 3 times with this picture: 30, 20, 10. He just continues to go back to God. He presses on. He perseveres in his prayer life. Now he does it wisely. He doesn't. He's certainly not in the name it and claim it crowd. He pleads with God, please don't be angry, Lord. Will you spare them if we find 30? But he is, he's bold, but he's not arrogant as he goes to the Lord as you would go to a father, in a right relationship between a father and his son. The son is not afraid to ask his father even for something large. And most fathers wouldn't want their child to be. And so while he's not just brazen in his attempt, but he is pushing on. He does go to God confidently, and I say boldly, carefully. I'm saying he was bold in his request, but I don't mean that in a negative, God, you're going to do this kind of boldness, but the kind of boldness that comes out of that ongoing relationship with God, that he felt comfortable asking his father for this request. And I would leave you with a thought this morning that crossed my mind as I studied and thought about this passage. Have we ever been so? Have we ever persevered so long in prayer that we thought at some point we might anger God? Have we ever been that determined to pray till God answered? Now, I've taught before, sometimes God says no. Sometimes God says yes. Sometimes he says wait a while. God answers prayer in different ways. We tend to think that if he says no, that he didn't answer the prayer. Now, that's an answer. Just wasn't the answer we were looking for. Do we persevere? Do we continue in prayer with the example that Abraham has given us? Think about it. You have a great day. We'll see you here tomorrow morning.